say we're better than the Republicans because they're racist, when there was a study done, 69% of Republicans, when polled, said that they see us as subhuman. Same poll, 59% of white Democrats said that they see us as subhuman. Why would you cast a vote when there's a 60% chance, if not higher, that Joe Biden or Donald Trump, they don't even see you as human? What is it that the Democrats' programs have done for us? It's going to be up to us, brothers. Not your wives, not your kids, not TV. It's going to be up to us to stop being lied to and led astray by fork-tongued politicians. You see, we're under a spell. It's an illusion. To break the spell, you just tell the illusionist the trick. Once the magician or the illusionist is aware that you're aware of what the trick is, they'll never perform that trick on you again. Now, will they perform other tricks? Damn right they will. But this particular trick, it's old. It's time for us to make the Democratic Party pay. It's time for us to make the Republican Party pay. You know, if you think about it, it may even be smarter for us to split our vote. But they always tell us not to. Why? We're black. We wear who we are on our face. So why are we the only group that's pigeonholed into they're all Democrats, and if you're not Democrats, you ain't black, and if someone speaks out against the Democrats, they ain't black, and they're Uncle Tom, which I'm going to explain later that most of us don't even know what Uncle Tom did for the movement. When you consider we live in a world where most of your law enforcement, judges, prosecutors are Republicans or conservatives, it's a trap that's been set. So now you're driving down the street or trying to get a job and you're dealing with these people and they can just look at you. They can look at you and say with 90% certainty how you vote. One of two things has to happen, brothers. We could either A, split our vote and become a chameleon, or B, split from the party, take the zero, deal with the results. Trump 4 more years, it's still got knees on our neck. You know, they're gonna say, oh, the Supreme Court. It's always fair. It's always a reason why we gotta keep playing this back and forth game. Meantime, both parties are pushing all of us to the gallows. Just pushing us to the gallows. So we have an option. I say we let this illusionist know that we're aware of the trick. And I say we don't share our allegiance with any party in this country. And I say we let them negotiate with our 90% voting bloc all the way up until we walk into the booth. Leave myself, who's an independent, and other brothers who may be Republican or who don't think like you. Leave us the hell alone. It's a new day. We have pledged our allegiance to the good cop. Wipes your tears, gives you band-aids, but won't remove you from the situation. Just tell you how you can get better and do things better. Thing is, we're not children. So I just ask that you meditate on some of these concepts. Now, for those of you who say, well, you know, a lot of this stuff that you're reporting on is in the past. Well, there's a lot of stuff that happened in the past, and people are still paying for it. Some of those people were innocent. See, I grew up in that era of the militarized police and the planning of the drugs and the pulling you over and the planning of the guns. I grew up in this era. So when you say it was 30 years ago, I say, well, yeah, you can forgive. I say you can't forget. I say me, when I know that I was targeted, me personally was targeted by this individual to further their career, whatever their motivation was, used as a pawn. You literally asked me to cast a vote for this person. My former party literally asking me to cast a vote for an individual that played a major part into what we're going through now. And what's his response? No, I don't agree with defunding the police. His response, as our party's response, is going to be bigotry as usual. Calm everyone down, and we're going to get back to bigotry as usual. I'd say they need to be punished. Brothers, we're being punished anyway. And they're going to keep running this game on us until we open our eyes to it and tell them that we know what it is. And we start telling our families. We owe zero allegiance to the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. Zero. We are citizens of the universe, and if we all don't think alike, then why do we all vote alike? Now you can say it's because of the struggle. And if it is because of the struggle, the Democrats, the party of the middle class, why are they always saying that we have to vote and everything depends on the black vote? Open your eyes. They're blaming us for losing elections. But then when they win, we get nothing. Nothing. Why would any rational thinking person participate in such a pendulum of nonsense? You know, insanity is defined as casting a vote for the same party over and over and over again and expecting a different result. I promise you, they laugh at us. I'm not so sure that they're laughing now. If they pull it off, and we go in that voting booth like little slaves and vote for Uncle Joe from Delaware, I mean, are we serious? But let me get into the Kanyevision. As I said I would. So, Kanyevision. Kanye is from the south side of Chicago. Kanye is a hip-hop artist. I love hip-hop. I met Kanye. He and Rhymefest were putting together a compilation album and looking for MCs and producers to be on a Chicago compilation album. And so we met Kanye and Rhymefest, and they would be at our house. So, you know, I have individuals that jeer at me that why would I consider voting for Kanye? And my answer is, why the hell not? What do we know about Kanye? What don't we like? Why don't we like him? From my point of view, he's living the American dream. Came from nowhere to go. He's a family man, married, kids. Appears to be spiritual. You haven't heard about any physical violence towards anyone or women or kids, or he hasn't, committed any crimes. He's a musical genius. He's self-educated. He's extremely successful entrepreneur. So why shouldn't I like him? Why shouldn't I like him? He said some things about Katy Perry, and he wasn't really talking about Katy Perry. He was talking about the system. He said George Bush hates black people. So when I'm choosing between Kanye West or Donald Trump or Joe Biden, my ancestors would roll over in their grave if I went in and casted a vote for Joe Biden. So, to my damn Democrats, truly concerned about the black vote being split, then do something about it besides trying to talk to us like we slaves or kids and we owe you something. You don't talk to anybody else like that but us. Do something about it. You know, it's not our fault you're losing elections. We're not little pawns to be used in your battle for control with your white counterparts on the other side of the aisle. Because your goals are in alignment. To my Democrats, if you're truly the party of middle class and maybe the poor, then talk to the poor. Talk to the middle class. Encourage them all to vote. Should have recognized by now that when you do win elections, it's generally somebody who's younger, who's in tune to the frequency of the next generation. But you know that. And that's going to be this first edition of Outside the Soapbox. The enemy of your enemy isn't always a friend. Winston Churchill. This is Milz, the Black Terminator. Thank you for watching TATN.